This is the Aftermarket Radio Network.
Hey everybody, Carm Capriato, Remarkable Results Radio. I'm at AARO here in Toronto, Mississauga, one of the great places here in Toronto, northwest of Toronto. And we're invited out with AARO.ca, great organization here in town. Love the speakers, Murray. You did a great job speaking today. Thank you very much. Murray Voth is with me from RPM Training. Hey, man. You're on the other side of the continent, huh?
I am. I'm a long ways from home.
Yeah, I know you are. But you have clients here.
I do.
Damn.
I'm very proud of them. We filled up a third of the room.
Yeah, you're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What would Murray do? Anyway, that's just really... Why is it? Yeah. Why is everybody laughing? Because he's got a hat that says WWMD.
All his clients have hats.
Yeah. It is such a cool... I'm not sure if it's marketing, if it's strategy, if it's a self-help thing. But every time somebody gets themselves into a corner, they say...
Well, what would Murray do?
Yeah. And it was actually several clients in one of the groups coined that. You know what they want next? They want a bobblehead of Murray to have on their desk.
I'm not sure if the world's ready for this.
Because they want to be able to turn to me and say, what would Murray do? This is the guys in the Prairie group. They're crazy. That would be fun, right?
Hey, I forgot to tell everybody that this is one of our great weekly town hall academies, our single subject forum, and we're going to talk about gross profit and bay sales today. And I want to thank Napa Trax. For over 30 years, Napa Trax has made selecting the right shop management system easy by offering the best, most comprehensive SMS in the industry. We'll prove to you that Trax is the single best shop management system in the business. Find Napa Trax on the web at napatracs.com. And AutoFix Auto Shop Coaching will help your shop go from surviving to thriving, from financial insights to operational excellence. Make your shop into a well-oiled machine at autoshopcoaching.com. And are you ready to optimize training with today's class? Roll out a training plan for your automotive shop in just 5 minutes daily. Boost knowledge, retention, and improve team performance. Start seeing results today. Join your peers at todaysclass.com. Okay, everyone, welcome back. We're going to talk about gross profit. Murray calls me up and he says, you got to meet Nick Schonenberger. Nick, he's the gross profit king. And then you got to interview David Quello from Village Auto Care, London, Ontario, because he is my most incredible highest sales per bay in the entire Murray group. Right, Murray?
Mm-hmm, he is.
I forgot to mention that Nick's place is Kaufman Garage in Kitchener, Ontario. So, guys, thanks for coming here. How can you be the gross profit king? What was the motivator? Was it coaching? Was it a wake-up call? Was it fancy change some software?
It was Murray and Murray's app and showing me the importance of gross profit and also building a net profit into the gross profit. That was something I've never done.
I'm sorry, guys. There was one of the biggest golden nuggets right there, was building net profit into gross profit. Yeah. I mean, that's a nugget.
Accountants tease me about this, but I talk to the guys about making net profit an expense line. They will always pay their rent or their mortgage, always pay their hydro bill, but we always wait till the end of the year to see if there's anything left for us. For why not make it a monthly payment?
Yeah.
Right? Build net profit into it.
We did an episode a while back, and you went over the entire spreadsheet.
Oh, you're right.
Didn't we? Yeah.
Yes, you've got a good memory.
Yeah. It's my job. And it's not
better than mine.
I remember I'm in the studio, I'm watching all these spreadsheets and you're talking it through it and it makes so much logical sense. And that's probably what you did for Nick.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
When do you start seeing results when you start doing that kind of tweaking?
I took Murray's SMART course in October of 2022. And he said it was probably going to take a couple weeks to pay for the SMART course, or I think just a couple weeks to pay for the SMART course. And
did you believe him?
I don't know if I really put much thought in it.
Maybe it's not believing, but did you trust that he was telling you?
I did trust it. It actually took me 3 days to pay for his course. That was my wake-up call.
Hello.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is going on all the time. All the naysayers that says I don't need an expert to help me. I didn't use the word coach because that's one of my language shifts. You know that. They go from, I'm not saying that it works for every coach and every organization, but the language shift that I so believe is important for our industry can do with the semantics of the fact that you have this blockage, Mr. Shop Owner, coach, get away from me. But what if I could find you an expert to help you, who's been there, who's fallen, who's owned shops, who's scraped their knees, who hasn't cashed checks and all that stuff that ends up putting the expert title on somebody, because you don't get to be an expert until you were an unexpert.
Yeah, you need an expert. Yeah.
And so, okay, I want to dig in a little bit deeper on, it only took 3 days to pay for the course. And did you start seeing the kind of results over the next 2 or 3 months that you could end up having invested in equipment, hire better people, wealth building, all that stuff? Was it all about margin, or was it also part of cost management and trying to do more with less in the bays, in the cars?
I think it was also waking me up to car count isn't the biggest thing ever. And just that gross profit, because it pays for everything, you got to always have your eye on it. So yeah, don't look at it at the end of the year or the end of the quarter or even the end of the month. Look at it at every RO. That wasn't something we were doing before.
Did you know before hanging out with Murray that all the bills are paid with gross profit dollars? Did that register with you?
No.
See,
now looking back, it seems pretty silly that I didn't know that, but yeah. No, I didn't.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, but I told in my presentation earlier, I said there's accountants that don't understand that.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a shame. I know Hunt understands that.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
How do you know that Hunt does?
Well, he's got the numbers locked down pretty good. Hunt does, for sure. I love his podcast.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
You're not a client?
No,
Because he's a USC that probably doesn't do Canadians?
I've never asked. But,
Okay. But you love his podcast because you're learning. Yeah, it's a numbers show, but sometimes it's a whole lot more than that.
yeah, it's way more than that. But the numbers are, because you're living and breathing it, seeing it every day. And then he kind of makes it so you can see it that much easier. So, and with Murray's app, the Brat, that also opens your eyes pretty quick as a business owner, because you're putting in all the numbers and then you can see it pretty quickly as to where you're missing the mark. So
Murray's app?
yeah, his Brat, his business.
Have I never told you about that, Carm?
No.
So I have a cloud-based app called the Business Results Analysis Tool, and I like my acronyms, so it's nicknamed the Brat.
Wow.
And they enter their numbers in every month, and they can do a self-analysis on all the KPIs, or in a group, we can pull all their whole group together
I love it.
and look at all the KPIs. In fact, they get to look at all their peers in a private setting, the rest of the group members. So they can actually look at 60, 80 group members' KPIs, and they'll just see their own groups by their name. So
Is there a competition when you're in a group, or is it more like support, encouragement?
It's eye-opening to see what other shops are doing. I'm thinking, why is that not me?
Wow. And it took you to join, if you will, what do you call the groups?
mastermind groups.
The mastermind groups, to stop and realize that. Well, I guess it takes a client like Nick to be open enough to drive your intuition, your curiosity, your drive to be better, to say, OMG, did you ever calculate how much you left on the table?
I know I probably don't want to know that number.
We're not doing that, Carm. We've talked about that, Carm.
Seriously. I mean,
We haven't done that episode yet, have we?
No.
We're going to, right? About regret?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick has no regrets.
No, we're more focusing on where we're going.
And I got to tell you, honest to God, I got to tell you, I think regrets it hurts you. I think looking back and said, well, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, hurts you. I think it's humbling. I think you think about it for a moment, Murray. Maybe a moment's a minute or 2 or 5 or 10, but then it's done and you put it away. And you say, if you beat yourself up too much, you'll never get over that next hurdle, because I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you teach your people, hey, tomorrow's a new day. Let's fix this.
Yeah. A lot of them are naturally smart people.
Yeah.
They just needed more information. They're pretty wise on their own.
So why isn't everybody in the industry in a mastermind or coaching group?
How long do we have, everybody?
Yeah, that can take a while. Ego, I think, is the big one.
Talk to me, David. Yeah.
Especially I think a lot of us come through as technology specialists. And
Thank you so much for using that word. I owe you another 20.
Then we become, and I hate this term, but shop owners. And some of us, after some expert guidance, become business owners.
Yes.
And that last step, I don't think a lot of people get that. From being a shop owner to a business owner, not everybody, I think, does that step.
Are they afraid to call themselves CEOs?
Probably terrified.
Yeah.
Because there's a stereotype with, I have to bear it all on my shoulders. I have to be the mean guy holding people accountable. There's this burden piece that they feel that they have that comes with that role. Yeah.
But business owner, I like that instead of shop owner.
Yeah.
It's in my declaration on the second page of language shift.
Another cut.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I thank you very much. Let me see, that's 60. I don't know why I'm keeping track because I ain't paying.
I thought I was going to have gas money to get here today.
There's a term out there called cognitive dissonance, and let's not get too deep in that, but there's a piece that I've picked up from owners that will finally talk to us where I've been doing this for 20 years or whatever number it is. Usually it's pretty up there, right? 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And I've done the best that I can. You can't tell me that there's another way to do this because their brain can't consciously accept that there's a better way. Because by accepting that there's another way means that how I've been doing it is all wrong and depends on their, how they were raised and their perception of learning and growth and so that they're afraid of resenting that. But it's not a conscious thought process. That's a subconscious having this thing. You can't tell me. And I've actually had a few shop owners over the years tell me, you can't tell me that there's a better way to do this. And I made inroads with a couple of those hard heads, but a lot of times you just can't. There's something about how they perceive change in the world.
How do you do what you do with Two-Bays? Do you have a whip?
No whip. No. Well, it came back to, finding a different process because when I first started in 2008 is when I bought the shop. And we know the economic time of 2008. So,
oh, wow.
So that really
scary times.
Put some stress at home as well. Going in for 7 and coming home at 11. They were super long days. And it's like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Mm-hmm. And that's when I started realizing, okay, I need to be more efficient. How I just lay out the shop with equipment, how we're going to book cars.
You had an outer body experience. I mean, you didn't have a coach at the time.
Nope.
No expert to tell you, no peer group.
Nope.
It was one of your, I can't keep doing this. It's insanity,
exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yep. It's just, you're going to burn out in no time.
And how many years did this rebirth in trying to get it right or figure it out? Did you go on for like 5 years to?
I'm still working.
All right, you're still working on it.
It's still a work in progress.
And how long you been with Murray?
Was it 2020 we did the SMART course? Or
Probably, yeah.
All right. So like 4 years.
Yeah.
And do you feel that between 2008 and 2020, it's a long time, 12 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you better in these last 4 than you were in those early 12?
Oh, yeah.
And you have, Murray, I'm sure you says, hey, we got to buy a bigger place. We got to add on bays. I don't know what your logistical issue is.
Oh, I'm landlocked.
You're landlocked. Okay.
There's no.
So if you're going to be successful or grow, you've got to move or add a second store, for example, a capacity issue,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But, Murray says it's just unbelievable. The highest base sales in the group. How many technicians or technology specialists, mechanical specialists? 2? Just 2. And they're going full steam ahead, 8 hours a day.
Yep.
And what do you do to stack and rack for them?
I try to look at the whole shop efficiency and not just the individual techs. So they will actually help each other. So let's say
it's an orchestra.
Exactly. My senior tech will do his inspection or diagnosis. My service manager will start to quote the job, contact the client. In the meantime, my senior tech will go and help my other tech. And he'll either, if he's doing a repair job, he'll assist. Or if they're doing a 4-wheel brake service, any maintenance, they just help each other. And then when the other technician puts in his estimate, then they just kind of go back and forth. So I don't think Murray loved it initially when he was seeing my results in the brat because my efficiency and productivity were a little off. He's like, well, there's no way. And I'm like, well, there is because 2 guys working on it is going to make my efficiency go through the roof. But it does hurt.
The way the numbers are entered, it's designed to be done for per tech.
Per tech.
But when they cross over, they're bumping each other up. And so he's always showing 200% efficiency. I didn't believe him at first, but he has proved it to me.
I have seen a shop, and I call what they do that you just described Harmony. And a vehicle would come in, and the people, it was a 5-bay shop, and the technicians that were in the left or the right bays of that car that got pulled in, guys pulling it in, getting out of the car, and the other 2 techs are aligning the lift.
Yeah.
It's Harmony.
Yep.
And you stop to ask yourself, how could this limited technician group produce what they produced? And you'd watch, there's no conductor. It's Harmony. Mm-hmm. And they realize what they have to do. It's almost like at the end of the day, what did I do for my friend today? They want to help each other. If it's retorquing the wheels, everybody knows everyone's job and everybody's anticipating or looking forward to getting it done. It's the only way it would work for you.
It's a process. And I've been thinking about this when Murray asked to share how we do our process at the shop. Two-Bays, been at it 16 years next month. And I've had 3 apprentices become licensed. So I trained the first apprentice, and he became licensed. And then he trained the second one, and we're all training each other the same way. So we have the same process so that when they jump onto each other's jobs, they can look and see where they are in the process and just follow along. It's if you're into like any type of racing, like drag racing, for instance, and you see the thrash where 8 guys just descend on this engine or girls and tear it all apart and then build back up and send it down the track. Everyone has to be in tune as to what the other person's doing to make sure it gets pulled off and we don't have any comebacks or any issues that way.
I think a lean and how step savers, where equipment's positioned, all of that. If you don't practice lean, you're out.
But think about the team that's been playing together for so long.
Yeah, how long have they been working for you?
Service manager came over with me. So Mike's been with me 16 years. Jay's been with me for 10. And my other technician, Eric, who'll be here later, 6.5.
And they're a unit. See, that's it. Maybe you don't want to get any bigger. Think about it. You then grow.
I got to start a whole new team.
Hey, guys, we're in our new 6-bay place. What do we do now, boss? There's space. We don't like space.
I'm not sure if David always likes this, but I keep telling him we're just going to get a bigger orange squeezer and just squeeze more juice out of it.
Yeah.
You think you can actually do that without killing your people?
I think so. I think there's room for improvement.
All right. You're on notice, everyone.
I've got some ideas. It's getting everyone to see it and maybe having a better explanation so they can see it as well.
Would you share that or not? Or is this a deep, dark business secret?
I don't know if it's a secret. I think it's just kind of making sure they see my vision.
All right. Smart.
Everybody's different, and some people want to.
Options, choices. Listen, we got to do this, we got to do this, or we got to do this. Maybe they help make the decision. Or at that same time, they see. And again, wow.
It's so much fun. I mean, I know that.
No, it is. You're right.
Here's
right.
The thing. I mean, it's not fair to David and Nick because I just watch. They do all the work, and I just like sitting there going.
And you're the brat.
Yeah, you can call me that, I guess.
Hey, let's face it. Your shop management system is the single most important tool in your shop, period. Napa Trax has made selecting the right shop management system easy by offering the industry's best, most comprehensive SMS. Now, it all starts when a local representative meets with you to learn about your business and how you need to run it. After all, it's your shop, so it's your choice, and having local representation is a huge plus. Customizing Trax to your business, whether you're a one-person shop or a large multi-bay or multi-location company, a representative consults with you to help optimize your shop's workflow, efficiency, and profitability. Trax always has the flexibility to do business how you need to do it, which means it can also grow as your business grows. And unlike the other guys, will be there for you after installation with the best training and support in the business. Yes, a learning management system tailored to each role in your company. Simply put, Trax was designed and built for shop owners just like you. Visit us on the web at NapaTrax, that's NapaTracs.com. Auto shop owners, as we roll into a new year, it's time to reflect. How did 2023 treat your shop? If you're shaking your head or unsure, you're not alone. If last year left you wanting more, ask yourself, what's changing this year? If the path forward seems foggy, it's time to turn on the high beams with AutoFix Auto Shop Coaching. They have the map you need to navigate the road ahead. With targeted advice on operations, finances, and team building, AutoFix guides shops from uncertainty to undeniable success. Don't let another year pass you by. If you're ready for a change but don't know where to start, AutoFix is your next right turn. Visit AutoshopCoaching.com today. Your journey to a better business begins here. Strengthen your shop's entire team with today's class. Everyone from technicians to service advisors can access impactful training on their phones in just 5 minutes a day. Opt for solo sessions or ignite friendly competition, challenging team members to climb the leaderboard for the highest score. Our effective daily training ensures measurable progress, helping you develop your team. Train smarter, not harder, with today's class and transform your shop and your people. Start seeing results today at todaysclass.com.
Just for the audience, let's just dialogue about this a little bit. We've tossed around the idea of more of a boutique, right? Mm-hmm. Raise rates, attract a certain type of vehicle or a certain type of clientele.
Yep.
Some added features of some other features that could become, which we could brainstorm around, would be an option that we've discussed. Not necessarily a must do, but just some ideas. So that's one thought that we've been talking about, making it a boutique type of a place. The whole challenge that we've talked about, the tire changeover season this morning with Alan. You get that big rush, especially in the fall season time of year, and we're learning how to manage and mitigate that situation. Are some discussions that you've been having with your peers and stuff too. So the nice thing that I love about these guys and anybody that we coach, as you already said it several times, is they have options. They don't have to go back and panic and do something. They can think about this stuff, sit back for a day or two, redesign it, go play again, talk to the team, come back again, right?
It's because we have the gross there.
Yeah.
Right? We see it and we know that we can be patient because gross is still there on each other.
You know, guys, I love the word boutique. I really do. And somewhere along the line, it could be a strategy for certain situations. You're a two-bay place, great people. And to your point, Murray, maybe a focus on one particular, again, car line, one certain level of service, one different type of client makes you boutique. I don't know what any of those answers are, but I think it's a strategy that we as an industry have to think about. That you could go out and find your 6-bay place and leave the boutique shop just rocking and rolling and doing all this great stuff while you go out and I don't know what the new strategy in the new place would be.
Talk about what else he does.
Oh, yeah. What else do you do?
He teaches.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to talk about. I'm going to get to that.
Oh, sorry, Carmen.
No,
I'm
that's
taking
okay.
Over your agenda.
No, in fact, you could become the host now. Go ahead. I love you, Murray. You know that. Let's talk about that in a minute, but I want to get back over to Nick. How much more gross profit can you make? If you told Murray you can go up another 5?
Oh, I'm sure we can at least do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me an idea where you're at.
Actually, I don't know if I know my numbers offhand.
Good excuse. I like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
I know.
He doesn't want to have gross profit envy going on.
Yeah, we're shooting for 70%. I don't think we're quite there yet.
Okay,
but that's what we're shooting for. And I think
What's your margin on parts?
We hit 49 this year for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
we haven't kept that every month, but we have.
You're excited.
But this is the story. Nick's doing so many other great things as well. But Nick, tell about the journey, because you were not at 49 when I met you. And you didn't get to 49 the next day.
No.
Even though you paid for the course in 3 days.
Yeah. That's taken this entire time.
So I want the audience to hear this, Nick, in your own words.
Before we started with Maria, I think we were at 28 was our parts margin.
Ow.
Yeah.
Do you find I don't want to say that's a norm for struggling clients, but I'll bet you it's a norm.
28, 29, 29 and a half.
Why?
Because
they're not using the computer. They're guessing. They're selling from their wallet. What's going on?
Nick, but did you say you were just using suggested lists from your vendors?
Yeah, basically. And then, like a couple times you get real big pushback on it. So you think you're at the right spot because.
And then the other thing that maybe, Nick, you didn't do this. A lot of people are using what's called a 50% markup, which only gives you a 33 1/3 percentage. Right. And then they get pushed back. And so they give it back, they bring it down to 30, and they don't understand the math.
Yeah, markup and gross margin are two different complete things. And it's very difficult. I got to stop for a moment and tell you a very interesting story. Back in the day when I was still in the parts business, in our software, we actually had matrix pricing for clients. And we would go to them and says, we've got all these different matrices and, a penny up to $8 or $9. What margin do you want to make? And we would actually put that in there so that the list price that they got from us on the phone or on the computer or on their ticket reflected this gross profit matrix. We even allowed them to have their very own, and they could change it as often as they wanted. I walked into a client in Pennsylvania with our team down there, and I says, hey, I'm Carm, I'm from headquarters, and I'd love to talk to you about why your volume is down. And the guy said, sit down and I'll tell you. And so I had to take it. And he says, your list prices are too high. And I says, what do you mean? He says, I'm buying everything from the guy down the road because he's got lower list prices.
Brother.
And there were two things that went through my mind at the time. Oh, by the way, I got kicked out of the place because of some of the things that I said, because I was trying to be a business person and a kind of a coach and a friend all at once. And I said to him, do you respect and appreciate that there is, he says, no, the list price that's on their ticket is what I have to charge. And I said, there's no list price police. And he looked at me and he says, you don't know blankety, 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 blank about nothing. And I said, okay. And then I started to think, I said, do you think they have artificially low list price just to compete with anyone else who's trying to give you a decent living? You out. I don't know. A couple of years later, I think he was closed.
Yeah.
And they were a huge customer I was trying to teach, I was trying to demonstrate, I was trying to coach. And I started to think about how poor some suppliers were at putting list price up there. I don't know if it was because they did retail business or whatever. It's a warning to the industry that if you don't do this on your own, inside of your own SMS and your own margin matrix, and if you're listening to me and you say, Carm, every time I listen to your show, I learn something really cool, let this be your gold nugget right now.
Just to be clear, your cost hadn't changed to them.
No, our cost didn't change.
Just the list that was shown.
Yeah, we put this guy on what we thought was perfect list price grid for this country
he was
market.
basing his decision on what the list price was, not on what his cost was.
Not the cost.
I'm just making sure I understand that clearly.
So to your point, I asked him, can I have one of the invoices from the competitor? And I called our place. We were within $1 or $2 on like a $59 item. And I said, look at what our list, you could have made that much more money. And then I got the drill about list price police. The Federal Trade Commission would probably put me in jail if I did that.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Anyway.
So back to Nick's journey for a sec,
yeah.
if you don't mind.
No, please.
So he went from 29 to 31, and then another month later, he went to 35, and then what is it, about 18 months took to get to 49?
Yeah, pretty much.
Give or take, right? All the listeners understand that you don't have to always just jump off a cliff. Like, you can do it, right? And then he started losing a few clients. Tell us about those couple of people.
I think we kind of knew it was going to happen, but I didn't lose the customers I thought I was going to lose. And then once I did lose them, it kind of made way for people who were better clients. So now everything got better.
Don't be afraid.
No.
And you were quite happy about 2 or 3 of them that left.
Yeah,
right?
I was happy
remember the
that
stories.
At least 2 or 3 of them were done. It even made my tax happier and my advisor, everybody. It made everybody happy.
Thank you for that continued part of the story, the inspiration, Nick. David, so you're a teacher. On top of everything else, you whip the guys as the orchestra player with your baton. And then do you do this at night? Do you teach at night?
Actually, this semester, I am full day Mondays at the college. So I'm 4-day work weeks at the shop. Actually, I should say it's more like 3.5 because I have Thursday afternoon, evening classes.
Okay, wait, I got to know something. The shop is open 5 days?
Yes.
Okay, and you're taking right now this semester some time on a Monday
and
to
Thursday
go
afternoons.
And teach first year electrical?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
God bless you for doing this. Yep. I'm telling you, I'm on an advisory board. We're looking for people all the time.
Yeah, the trade definitely is going to need a lot of young people getting into it. And hopefully I'm making them excited to want to stick around, because I think what happens is they think they want to do it. And then the first winter, and they get rained on all day in the shop. They're like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I think we were all there at one point, but if I can make it exciting and something that they look forward to, hopefully they'll stick. Hopefully we'll get some good people coming into the trade.
Do they look at your shop, the students? Do they appreciate that you're just not a mom and pop, you're a professional place?
I think so. We did have a co-op student this summer from Fanshawe. She took a co-op program, so that she can hopefully find a job when she graduates a little bit easier next year. I'm not sure what she thought it was going to be like. I think she was thinking it's just going to be a little rinky-dink Two-Bay shop. And then, like the onboarding process and giving her the tour and having her do some of the training modules in the office and then out in the shop and shadowing with the technicians. And I think she quickly realized that it's not just going to be just a changing oil.
It's not a job. It's not a barista.
Yeah. Yeah. For her, I think she got a lot from it. I saw her growth just in the 3 months she was with us. Yeah. So if I can do that for a student each year, then it's a win. Because like I said, I think we're going to struggle with some essential skilled personnel in this trade.
Yeah, boy, do we need it. Thank you for doing this. In fact, you need to go. I don't know, you're talking to any parents and counselors, really trying to push them to understand the essential skilled trade industry, the jobs that exist. U.S., everyone knows we're in Canada. So a lot of the stuff that you're hearing is we're in Canada. But it's North America. We have the same problems, Murray. Mm-hmm. We all have the same problems. You may have different laws and methods and traditions that we have in the States, but getting involved as a shop owner in education is one of the most critical things we can do to shore up the young people and the image that the industry has of our industry.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, and then image comes back to the language, and your document that I shared at the college with some of the other professors, because the college also offers a service management course, and that's training advisors and to get into management. And so if we start early with these students with the language, now we can build value in the trade, and then they can charge a professional wage.
They're out of school. They go get themselves, even an apprentice. The point is, because you have the licensing thing here, but the young person comes home, as I said in my keynote earlier, hey, Mom, I got the job over at David's place. So you're going to be a mechanic finally. No, I want to be a mechanical specialist. Get out.
David, I have a question for you. I've never asked you. You've achieved a bit of flexibility with the shop, like you can take vacation and the team looks after it. If you felt like it or wanted to, could you do more teaching the way the shop is running right now?
I think so. I have a great group of guys. I don't crack a whip on them, but
I'm only kidding.
They perform exceptionally well. Sometimes I don't do as good a job telling them that. I try to do it through action. So we do a lot of different events, and I take them to karting events and hockey games and just a bunch of different stuff like that.
Nice.
But the day-to-day, I probably could put in a little bit more
teaching time.
I could do more teaching time, but I don't have to worry about the shop because I know they've got it covered. They've got it locked down.
I want the audience to hear that as well, that as an owner now, you have flexibility to choose more, right?
Exactly. When these things are in place, when your gross is in place, when you have procedures, and again, I'm just 2 bays. I do have an employee handbook. I don't want to get wrapped up into all the procedures. I want my staff to be able to think for themselves and think
make
through
good
problems
decisions,
and make a decision without having to refer to a policy. But at the same token, they kind of been working with me for quite a few years that they know how ideally it runs for us to be successful.
It seems to me that David has just the right essence of an organization and to your point, the policy manuals and everything based on your size. But if you got bigger, a lot would have to change.
Right.
So we're not saying that you can't discount the kinds of policies and disciplines is the word I'm looking for, the bigger you get. But you've got this shell, this cool, if you will, dome of a company. And it's working so well. No matter who hits the outside, they bounce back and it works because you've got a handle on your size and your people. It's almost like they wouldn't want anything bigger to work in because they love this, as I said, the words harmony earlier. For you to say what you just said, I got policy manuals, but they're not this thick. They're this thick. Our people can make their own decisions and they're usually right. And I support them. And I'm sure your comebacks are low.
Yep.
It's all of that. It's the culture. It's almost like, what would David do?
Now I need to get some hats.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right?
Or I have to get custom hats for all you guys.
Exactly. I mean, that's my point. My point is I think when you're at the top of your craft for the moment in time, for the size of the world you live in, what would David do?
Yeah. Well, and hopefully maybe they do think that, whether it's the technician specialist diagnosing whatever vehicles in front of them or my service manager on the counter trying to make a decision as to how best to, not that we have a lot of issues with unsatisfied customers, but to make a situation right, they're capable of making those decisions because they've seen over the past 16 years how I'd like to have it handled.
I want to ask you about the service training that you're doing also on top of the first year electrical. What do you see in the eyes of your students as you're trying to teach them about customer relationships?
They are like sponges. Now, this particular course, there is a lot of international students in it, regardless. So they're younger and they are listening. I think I get a lot of buy-in from the students because they know that I have a shop and that I've lived it and I've done it and that, we're successful. And you just go on the website and you can see smiling staff and all the reviews are Google reviews are 4.9, like everyone's happy. So I think that gets me a little bit more confidence with, or the students are more confident in my ability to explain how things should be.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing a service training. Let's get ready to wrap this up. Nick, any final words to share about your just incredible success, your gross profit? You're the gross profit.
Yeah. I don't know if we're there yet, but we're working on it. No, you need an expert.
You need an expert. God, now I got to go to you for the final word here. You're the expert, baby.
Essential, skilled, professional.
Whoa.
Eliminate the word trade.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that a minute ago while you were talking.
I've stole a lot of your stuff
I know.
over time. Yeah. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Buy me a bottle of red one day. It's good.
All right. It's like me and Greenwood used to do.
Exactly.
I know.
I'll take his place. Merlot.
He loved Duckhorn Cabernets.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. He sent me some.
Okay. He was also brewing Owl Merlot, which
Really?
is just an hour south of where I live. So you guys will have to come up and travel to the Canadian Napa Valley. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, a couple of things about these guys that they're being way too Canadian and way too humble. Back to remind everybody, Nick was able to buy his shop, just close the deal November-ish.
By the property.
By the property part. I
March.
keep saying the property. So he's now his own landlord.
Nice.
Right? He's got a holding company. It's all been
Nice.
done. Then he's able to, right? And David, even before I met you, you were already had a whiteboard in the lunchroom and you were already had graphs and numbers and you already brought in sort of a systems analysis kind of her brain to this whole thing even before we met. So there's something that you've already got that not all shop owners sort of come with, right? So I just wanted to put that out there to give some kudos to these guys as well. So, yeah.
Nick Schonenberger got that right from Kaufman Garage, Kitchener, Ontario. David Coelho from Village Auto Care, London, Ontario. Murray Voth, RPM Training. What would Murray do? Thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on board to listen and learn from the premier automotive aftermarket podcast. Until next time.